Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we will drift together on the cold seas, at the northernmost point of the world, to follow the American fishermen who are diligently catching the most precious fish in the ocean, salmon and cod. Today's journey will take us to witness with our own eyes the process of catching hundreds of tons of salmon and cod with giant purse seine nets. Operated on the most modern ships in the Alaskan Sea, a vast, cold world but full of life. Where nature gives priceless gifts to brave and resilient people. The sky has just dawned. The weak sunlight penetrates the thick fog covering the sea surface. The fishing boat weighing thousands of tons slowly glides, splits the water, and plunges into the vast ocean. On the deck, the fishermen have started a new working day. Amidst the howling wind and relentless pounding of the waves, they prepare the purse seine, a massive net hundreds of meters long. Specially designed to encircle and capture the large schools of fish that migrate through these waters. Alaska's short summer is the time when salmon and cod migrate north to spawn. Millions of fish swim in huge schools, creating golden opportunities for fishermen. But it also comes with harsh challenges: unpredictable weather, sudden storms, biting cold, and the constant demands on endurance and fishing techniques. On deck, everyone has their own job: the net team, the crane team, the radar monitoring team to locate the fish. A modern sonar system is used to detect the giant fish masses below the seabed. The radar screen lights up with moving tracks. That is the target the entire ship is aiming for. As soon as the school of fish is detected, the captain orders the net to be lowered. A brief command was given over the radio, and immediately, the giant cranes were in action. Gradually lowering the seine into the water, the large seine was released like a giant circle, gently enveloping the school of fish inside. The boys kept the top of the net afloat, while the heavy lead bars pulled the bottom of the net deep down. The team of fishermen on deck coordinated rhythmically, pulling, releasing, tying, loosening. Each movement was smooth, like a dance in the middle of the ocean. Below, the schools of salmon and cod seemed to sense the danger. They began to swim wildly. Trying to escape, but it was too late. The circle of the net gradually narrowed. Each patch of water became dense with tens of thousands of fish. After ensuring that the school of fish were all contained within the net, the fishing team began the process of pulling the net onto the ship. This was one of the most arduous stages, requiring both muscle strength and good coordination. Under the control of the hydraulic winch system, each heavy section of the net is lifted off the water, sparkling with the silver light of thousands of fresh fish. Salmon with iridescent pink-orange skin, cod with muscular bodies, silver-white scales stand out under the weak sunlight, creating a majestic scene that is no different from a vivid painting in the middle of the ocean. On board, the fish processing system is also operated at full capacity. The salmon and cod, after being pulled up, will be quickly classified, put through conveyor belts to be cleaned. And quickly frozen to preserve their freshness. This process needs to take place quickly, because if there is any delay, the quality of the fish will be affected. The fishing team, despite being tired after hours of stressful work, still persevere. Their hands are agile, their eyes are attentive, ensuring that each fish is processed according to the correct procedure. The special feature of the large purse seine fishing method is the ability to catch selectively and effectively.
Okay.
Compared to other methods such as bottom trawling or handlines, purse seines help minimize damage to the marine environment and limit the capture of non-target fish. This is especially important in Alaska, where marine environmental protection laws are strictly enforced to maintain the sustainability of this precious resource. Each such haul can yield between 50 and 150 tons of fish, depending on the size of the school and the experience of the captain.
That was close.
The long voyages, crossing cold waters, collecting schools of migrating fish, are a testament to the tireless work ethic of Alaskan fishermen. They work not only for profit, but also for the pride of being associated with the sea, for the responsibility of maintaining the traditional profession for future generations. Throughout the journey, challenges always lurk. Just a sudden storm can push all efforts into the deep sea. Therefore, fishing boats are always equipped with modern weather forecasting systems, always ready to deal with unusual changes. However, no device can replace the practical experience of experienced captains, who can predict upcoming changes just by looking at the sky and listening to the wind. Each sea trip lasts from a few days to a few weeks, depending on the fish catch and weather conditions. On board, life is hard, but there are no shortage of bonding moments. The fishermen cook together, share daily stories, and laugh in the small kitchen. In the middle of the vast cold ocean, it is the solidarity and strong team spirit that helps them overcome hardships and maintain their faith during the days away from home. When the fish hold is full, the ship will return to port. The sight of the ship docking, each crate of fish being unloaded, transported to the processing plant, carrying the coolness of the ocean and the vitality of the sea, always makes anyone who witnesses it admire. Tons of salmon and cod are then pre-processed, sorted, and processed into many different products, from fillets, frozen fish, smoked fish to high-end products for export to Europe, Japan, the US, etc. The value of Alaskan salmon and cod lies not only in their premium quality, firm, fragrant meat, low in fat, rich in omega-3, but also in their sustainable, transparent exploitation process. Today's consumers when enjoying a piece of fragrant grilled salmon or an attractive plate of cod, probably can hardly imagine that behind it are the sweat, effort, and courage of the fishermen. The Alaskan Sea has long been considered a treasure of the United States. The richness of the sea here not only feeds thousands of fishing families, but also contributes significantly to the national economy. Strict management policies, combined with the self-awareness of the fishing community, have helped protect valuable fish resources, keeping Alaska a symbol of sustainable fisheries. Watching the ships leave port one by one, setting sail to the open sea, carrying the hope of full nets, we can appreciate the courage and perseverance of the people here. In the bitter cold, in the midst of fierce waves, they still work quietly, contributing to bringing the most quintessential products from the sea to family meals around the world. The journey following the Alaskan fishermen today may have come to an end. But the images of white sails in the vast ocean, nets heavy with fresh fish, and bright smiles after each successful trip will remain in our minds forever. We sincerely thank you for following this journey. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying us on the next exciting adventures, discovering the wonderful secrets of the ocean world. The giant nets gradually closed, carrying the hopes and efforts of the entire crew. Each strong pull, each rhythmic movement like musical notes in the vast ocean. Everyone understood that with just a little carelessness, they could lose a large catch of fish. In their eyes shone resilience, excitement as the heavy net slowly floated to the surface of the water. The silver salmon bodies glittered under the sunlight. The long, strong codfish struggled strongly, creating a vibrant, beautiful scene that only those who have drifted in the middle of the ocean can truly feel. Each pulley, each large cable creaked as if in rhythm with the heartbeats of the fishermen. The sound of machinery, the sound of people shouting coordinated like a great symphony of labor at the end of the storm. When the first batch of fish was brought to the deck, the captain quickly signaled the entire processing team. The workers quickly sorted the fish, put the fish into the super-fast freezing system to keep the fish as fresh as possible. Each step was carried out with absolute precision. Not a single minute was wasted. Because at sea, time is invaluable. Salmon was classified by size and color, while cod was quickly brought to the preliminary processing area to filter the meat, separate the bones, ensuring the quality met the highest export standards. The fishing boat is not simply a vehicle, but it is like a miniature mobile factory, with full modern processing, freezing, and preservation components. Everything is optimized to ensure a yield of hundreds of tons of fish per trip while maintaining excellent quality. The fishermen, though all too familiar with the hardship, still cannot hide their smiles when they see the deck gradually filled with fish. For them, each successful voyage not only brings a significant income but also pride. A testament to their commitment and perseverance in the profession their ancestors left behind. On the Alaskan Sea, weather conditions are always changing unexpectedly, with cold winds, heavy rains, and even blizzards approaching, but nothing can shake the will of those who live their lives by the sea. They understand that only perseverance and patience can bring worthy results. In the bone-chilling cold, they still work diligently, their numb hands still nimbly pull nets, separate fish, and handle every step with incredible professionalism. Alaskan salmon is famous worldwide for its fresh, fatty, nutritious red meat, while cod has smooth, naturally sweet white meat, and is extremely popular in high-end markets in Europe, Japan, and the US. Therefore, every step from fishing to preservation must meet strict standards to ensure the value of the product when it reaches consumers. Even during the fishing process, captains must carefully calculate the time to pull the net. the depth of the net, and the direction of the fish school to optimize the yield while still ensuring the sustainability of the fishing grounds. Alaskan fishermen do not only fish for profit, they are also deeply aware of the responsibility to protect marine resources. Strict fishing ground management programs, seasonal catch limit policies, along with the application of modern monitoring technology help ensure the regeneration of salmon and cod stocks every year. This is not only a long-term strategy but also the survival principle of a community closely connected to the ocean. The sunset falls, dyeing the sky and sea red. Fishing boats like hard-working bees still diligently collecting the last catch of the day. The fishermen, their shirts soaked with sweat, their faces smeared with salt, but their eyes still shining with faith and hope. For them, nothing can compare to the feeling of victory when returning to the dock with the ship's hold laden with achievements. With heroic stories of sailing endlessly told by the campfire. After each long sea voyage, when the ship docks, a bustling atmosphere spreads throughout the dock. Refrigerated trucks are waiting. Port workers quickly receive the fish, put them into the distribution system for transport across the United States and export to many countries around the world. Each crate of salmon and cod is carefully packaged, carrying with it the sweat, effort, and pride of the people who have braved the wind and waves. Although the seafaring profession is very hard and dangerous, for them, it is not only a job to earn a living, but also a love for the vast ocean, a passion to conquer nature, and the courage of people who do not give up in the face of challenges. Every callus on their hands, every deep wrinkle on their faces tells the story of a life attached to the sea. To fish, to long, challenging voyages but also filled with dreams and hopes. Just like that, every day, every month. Every year, salmon and cod fishing boats cut through the waves to continue writing the great story of small people before the vast nature. Each trip not only brings back valuable products for the economy but also lights up the indomitable spirit, courage, and optimism of the Alaskan seafarers, the hunters in the cold ocean. They are living proof of the power of labor, the value of perseverance, the strong belief that with human strength and a brave heart, all difficulties and challenges can be overcome. Tomorrow, there will be new ships, new groups of fishermen continuing their journey to conquer the sea. The ocean is still